Last thing today is I don't know, April 18th, Saturday, 2026. Let's get right into it. Want to first start off by saying my last week recap was garbage. Like it couldn't have went any worse if that makes sense. No one expected the market to like V bottom, but I was saying that I was saying in the chat that I'm in, I was like, it's either we V bottom or we like three wave down. You probably seen one of my videos where I said that like we do either one of those. And we literally V bottom last week, and I was like pretty upset because I had to be in the office Monday through Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. and I was there to damn near 4. Um, so that was pretty much sucked, and I was pretty much busy this entire week. But anyway, enough of my personal life. Let's talk about the market. All right. This looks like a false breakdown and breakout. That's exactly what it looks like. If look at the chart, right? It looks like, if you flip the chart, it would look like a false breakout and then a breakdown. This is the opposite of that. Um, Crazy to kind of see this recovery here. But that's the market. And I know some people have been looking at this and like, oh, well, look at the volume. The volume's just dried up volume. Like it's not being done on high volume. And I can understand your frustration there, but the way I kind of look at it is like, who gives a shit? Like price is king at the end of the day. Um, and it's almost like imagine if someone like scored 50 points in the first quarter. You're like, well, their best defender was out of the game. No one's gonna remember that. Only people gonna remember is that market made all time highs. Then they're gonna give a shit about volume. So, like I said, I understand your frustration, but you could have been thinking that same thing when we did this shit, right? Kind of V bottomed and it was all pressed on lower volume, and this thing just accelerated higher. So, not too really concerned about that. But what do you do from here? It's crazy because like I wouldn't say I wish, but I mentioned like when we had this little trend extension here, how we were getting stretched away from the moving averages. Um, and I need to understand this follow through day stuff. I don't know. I feel like people have been talking about it a lot. It probably stopped working now because they keep bragging about it. But yeah. That's it. It's not. There's nothing really much to talk about here. It's at all time highs. Could backfill retest 700 and keep going. Could backfill retest the 9 or the 20 or this the 50. It could backtest any of this and still look potentially back. Like maybe we're back in this chop, right? Maybe we just overshot the chop, right? Squeezed out some shorts, overshot the chop, and come back in the chop. I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. Um, all right, QQQ. QQQ. Very similar action across the indices. I don't even think there's anything to really say. Like, same thing. This V bottom reverse gapped up. Could backfill retest the all-time highs. Could backfill retest the EMAs or the SMAs. Um, yeah. All right, Max. Looking at Max. So Max hasn't made a new all-time high yet. This thing is still lagging behind the market. Um, but same action. I don't even know if I should even do a video. Like, what am I gonna? What am, what am I about to? All right, maybe there's some stocks. Again, like, this is my first time going through it. So maybe there's some like stocks that probably had set up. I wish I could look for some stocks I could probably say, all right, what's going on with this TSM? I don't trade TSM. Um, there are some good stocks out there for sure. Pretty much like anything that's like memory, like SNDK. I traded this week. Made some coins on it. Yesterday I was kind of mad because I was up to that. I was up that day. I was up Friday. And I think this came into like 900, and I just blindly um decided to go long. I think where is it at? Yeah, this is Friday. Yeah. I just blindly decided to go long. Somewhere around here. Like I just decided to go long and it just flushed out. And I stopped out and I was like, why did I even try that? I just blindly did it. And I think it's oh because I played on Thursday. I played this break. I played this 900 right here break, and I got a nice move up to about VWAP, and then I sold, and I had like a few shares, and I sold at the end of the day. And some reason like, that was just stuck in the back of my head. It's like, oh, back in the 900, I remember this spot, and I think I just like blindly bought like maybe like this candle, and it just flushed out. I was like, why did I even buy that? But I mean, I finished the day good, so I was happy. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, there are some like good sectors, and mostly like these these type of sectors, should I say? It's mostly like I don't want to say it. I guess you want to say like memory stocks. Yeah, I would put these like in the memory stocks. You know, fiber optics and shit like that. So you got that. You got AXTI, for example. This thing just went fucking nuclear. Man, if you could have got it on this day right here, like right above those highs, is good. But I mean, you gotta risk $8. Just gotta size accordingly. Not everyone wants to buy 100 shares. Sometimes you can buy 100 shares. Sometimes you can't buy 200 because of how much you have to risk. Um, but honestly, like even if you did take that, I'm looking at it again. Like, what are you even targeting it up to? I mean, you're pretty much saying to yourself it's going to make all time high, and then it's going to break and go higher. Like on what you need it. Like if you put your stop here, right? It's an $8 stop. I don't even know how the fuck you use it. I'm trying to figure out how I would have played this. Put your stop under there. That's not a good risk to reward. I just don't see it. I mean, I just don't see it. I mean, you damn near gotta guess where it's gonna. Like, you need to make a guess in terms of your stop. Say if you use your low of day, like you still have to guess and say you need it. This is not even a 2 to 1. So even though it went, maybe it's more of a intraday play, I guess. Like maybe that's your play there. So let me go here. Um, right. So say if you were to get in on this intraday, right? Say if you got alert right above that high. Make sure this is on. All right, it's on the 5 minute. Go here to the 5 minute. Let's see. Right, it's one of those things where like it either you when you take this breakout and you just use the previous candle low. Yeah. Like that's all you can possibly do if you wanted to target back to um where's those highs at? Highs is what, 71? Yeah, I mean that's tough, man. Let me say, what was it? What was the previous highs? Yeah, like 71.50. Yeah, like 71.50. Alright, go back to the 5 minute. Yeah, I mean you have to take this breakout right here. You have to take that. I mean, you got a picture. That's a $3 stop, but $3 stop for yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. I don't really see it. Like I think if people like bragging about they took that, like then like you gotta ask like, well, where did you place your stop in terms of it being like a valid risk to reward. Anyway, but like that looks good. You got AAOI. This one is crazy because I think Centron posted a shirt on this on Friday, and they literally been getting clapped ever since. And I was short that Friday. That's crazy. I saw some pre-market weirdness, and I got short a little bit of shares, and as it started working out, I think I added. But yeah, man. You do have some good stocks. I guess let's just quickly kind of go through like my major watch list, and we'll just leave it there because I don't know what the fucking market's going to do tomorrow or Monday. Um, Netflix, I'm still holding this. My cost base is around like 76. I should have sold the cover call, right? Hindsight, but I didn't. I thought it can probably leg higher. I'm figuring out what I do with this shortly. But it doesn't look bad. I think if you're looking to try to get back in here clearly is the invalidation point. Like if you get a hold here, and right, not buying the weakness here, but maybe if you get a green candle to start to push here, then that's your stop. See if you can get back in there. If not, maybe a full gap fill down to like 86. Oracle, I mean, I don't think this is a constructive chart where you say you want to go long. Yeah, you have kind of a double bottom here, I guess, if you want to be technically like a technical perspective. Maybe a backfill to like 70, 170 or so could be a spot, clear invalidation spot. I mean, you can kind of see the W here. Whoops, whoops. Well, it's almost a triple bottom, but you can kind of see if I go like this. Somewhat. It's not the tightest W bottom, but kind of just a consolidation breakup. Maybe it backfills, holds the 170. If not, maybe flushes back down. But I mean, this isn't a good looking chart alone. I mean, maybe like if you're an investor, you like looking here for technical spots to buy in at. I can see that, but in terms of a trade, it's not the best look. AMD crazy. I talked about it here, like I just couldn't see it, and then it does this. But at the same, I still didn't see it. I mean, if you go to like the weekly didn't look bad. Like it's still been like somewhat holding this gap up from that Nvidia news that came out. I mean, it kind of wicked down. You only had like really like two closes below here for the most part. It was just a little choppy. Don't really see how else you would have played that either. But all right, Google looking here at the weekly. I mean, shit, that looks like it's ready to go back to all-time highs. Honestly, yeah. Nvidia, right? What happened to the stage 4 base, guys? Everyone's calling this a stage 4 base, and it does this. You know what was a stage 4 base? CRM. I talked about this CRM a while ago. And then it had earnings and kind of shot up and kind of destroyed my whole stage 4 base thought. But this is a stage 4 base. I was talking about it here. I said this is like a stage 4 base. This is a stock that hasn't made a new high since 2024. And it was just putting in lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. And then it had earnings right here. And it still kind of peaked right back into this previous lower high and could not get over. And then it subsequently rolled over. Now that's a situation where like this is a stage 4 base and it's probably gonna lower. Back to Nvidia really quickly. I mean this thing's just holding up. It's an animal, and it's probably gonna make new all-time high soon. How do you get into this? At this point, don't really see it. I mean, fuck, you might got the line chart on. Maybe a backfill to 195. Could be a spot. Outside of that, I mean, yeah, don't really see it. Here's Meta. Meta mentioned that they're laying off some people. Got a little pop off of that. Some of these stocks gotta pull back for you to like really get involved. And it's crazy because like you think about that, like, well, oh, I mean, like you're gonna miss the move, but like I mean that's what you need. Like these stocks have to pull back for you to really get involved. Like if you want to get involved, like from a good risk standpoint, that would make sense to me. They kind of see these gonna pull back. Yeah, Apple 270. All right, Palantir, that's crazy. Your boy Trump came out and said something this day, and it literally just been going vertical. Maybe this is the day to start buying shit. It was that Friday. Go back up. Yeah, don't really see nothing. Man, I don't really see anything on these. Oh, damn. Until Tesla breaks out of this trend. I was talking about this 340 spot. I didn't think it was gonna hold, but it definitely did. This is like the gap fill spot. And it kind of like the reason I said whoa is because like finally broke this damn downtrend it was in for fucking what's that? Damn near 4 or 5 months. Finally got a break here. So that's good. So I mean this trend is kind of this part of the trend that it was in, so it was kind of done. So maybe you have to see like, all right, is this going to start to press back higher? I'm wondering like how is this going to work? Because I feel like I can see like Tesla and SpaceX eventually merging, how Elon did with I think XAI and X, like the Twitter. I can see this being like something that he tried to merge to kind of salvage like what's going on with Tesla. But yeah, I mean this is that's a powerful move right here. You got to recognize that that's a powerful move, and I think you look for this kind of pulling back maybe into the 50-day moving average. Um, Somewhere you got to find something where there's some support, like a clear level. You can get back involved in this. But yeah, I think Tesla. I mean, it definitely is breaking that downtrend. You can kind of even see it here. Um, like, I mean, yeah, it gapped up this day, but I'm just thinking about the action that came from it. Right, nice hourly little tight flag. Right, big pull up. Right, and then it just breaks out of this. Actually comes back and retests it. So I mean, this thing could be back at 420 before you fucking know it. Um, that was just a big move. Um, yeah, big move. This is back here. They were holding this shit. They were holding it. Look at that. 337.24 and 337.25. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think this is something you should definitely keep on watch. See how it backfills. Um, See if you can get a good little risk to reward here. Um, yeah, Tesla definitely. Yeah, you got. All right, coming into the summer. Yeah. Let me see. What's Tesla seasonality? How can I see that? I know there's a way I can see that on here. Come on. I know you guys show that somewhere. Seasonals. Yeah, there we go. What do you do, Tesla, seasonally? I need to see all of this. Seasonally, what does this do during May, June? Average. How the fuck I use this chart? Um, Bingo. Much better. All right. And during May, last year was up 22%. Yeah, 23. It's not a bad month for it. This is not his worst month. His worst month is usually March. But going into the summer, June's a good month for it. November, yeah, interesting. All right, all right, let's keep it going. Yeah, no. Oh, let's talk about USL. So USL, the Strait of Hormuz was closed. It was closed by it was closed by Iran, and then um, the USA came in and said, now it's closed by us. And I'm like, what the fuck? How can both close it? And then the Iran says it's open now. And then I just read some news this morning that Iran says it's closed. The one thing I want to say, like, if you know any, like, and this isn't racist or anything, but if you know any Arabics, anyone from that culture, like, the men are fucking stubborn as shit. I don't think you understand, and it's nothing against them, like, but there are some stubborn motherfuckers. Like, they hold their ground. Like, you cannot just tell someone. Like, if you ever try to work with, like, those folks that work at the jewelers and stuff, you've ever like had to like try to buy a chain, like, bro, they're hard to like they'll work with you, but sometimes they be like, nah, get the fuck out of here. We're not doing that. Like, this is my number. It's not my number. Is not the one thing that sticks out to me. They always say is like, it's not my price and it's not your price. This is the price. I'm like, damn. So like they're not the most, like, them and like Asians. Like, again, not being racist, but like they're tough negotiators is what I'm trying to get at. It's like they're not just gonna agree to whatever the fuck the American says. So, but yeah, latest we know it's closed again. I don't know. I had to kind of have this little 24-hour channel here I was watching. Kind of gapped out of it now. Um, EMAs are currently on this 24 hour. And I think the 24 hour just makes more sense with what the fuck's going on here. But I mean, I don't know what you do here. I mean, this is a pretty big base. I mean, it is like if we do like a measure move or some stupid shit. I don't know if I even want to do that. Gets you like 150. That's just some estimates. Don't take that serious. I just like to do it. Another way you can do it is you can just measure this base. That definitely hit. Um, but yeah, so don't know what comes out of this really. Yeah. What else is there? Honestly, there's not. I mean, we can talk about breath and shit like that. Stocks above their 200 days now sitting at 60%. So 60% of the stocks in S&P 500 are now above their 200. That's awesome. Here for Nasdaq, 50%. For Russell, it's 60%. Now you get to the 20-day moving average, 79%. And I want to move this up. And then we get to Nasdaq, 80%. And then we look lastly to the 50, 59, and 60. And I'm going to move these up as well. What does E mean? Oh, okay, yeah. This is updated once a day at the end of the day. All right. So let's get back into some stuff. So yeah, again, this is energy. I mean, hammer candles on Friday after that news. Um, I don't know. All right, XLU utilities. I'm trying to see like this telecom is pretty interesting. This something I wasn't watching or I didn't know anything about this ETF. I just started to track it. I think after I think my guy TSDR posted it, and I was like, oh, let me track this one. Comms not bad. Materials still looks good. Goddamn, materials looks good. What the fuck's in materials? I'm just gonna drop like the top 10 here, and I'm gonna go to the charts. I said top 10. I'm still going. 'Cause I see some names that I know. Um, all right. So we did that. Let's go back here. Let's go. Okay. Okay. It's probably the best way for me to do that, though. Let's add this on. All right, let's go back to this list real quick. So we see materials now. I mean, I get. Let's do this. What is it? XLM, XLM. Damn it. What was it? XLB, XLB. Yeah, materials. I don't know. This materials looks like it doesn't look bad. I mean, it looks like it's ready to continue higher. Um, I mean, yeah, it looks pretty good to me. I don't know what anyone else says. Big move down. This is and again like when the market, SPY QQQ broke 200, their 200-day moving average. This stock never. I mean, this indice never. This ETF never did. Um, and now it looks like it's trying to press back higher. So let's go look at some of the stocks that's in here. I think I talked about some of these last week. Like here's Lindy. Um, I think I was mentioning these with like the helium play. Um, all right, let's do this. That's pretty much like your spots there. Actually, I like that last spot that was there. What was that? Yeah, I kind of like that. I mistakenly put this last spot here, but it kind of lines up perfectly. Um, Let's go back to the daily. Yeah, I mean, this doesn't look bad. It's holding that trend. Mm-hmm. You got a easy trend line, defend it. Holding the 50, holding the 50, holding the 50. Yeah, doesn't look bad. Newmont. Yeah, I mean, this kind of look like XLM a little bit. Um, you probably see it on the hourly how it's probably flagging out maybe. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad here. Yeah, Newmont doesn't look bad. You kind of have the a little flagpole. Hey, this thing could easily break back out, be back at 130. Doesn't look bad. I wouldn't mind trying to get some shares on this. Risk down, you're risking $4. Shit, doesn't look bad. All right, let's keep it going. FCX. I mean, this thing it does still look like it's good. It's look like it's breaking out. Freeport. I don't know if these are these new all-time highs. 52%. Where you at? 52 week highs. Yep. These are new all-time highs here on Freeport, McMoran. So yeah, I mean, pretty good sector here. I mean, honestly, and the stocks that are in this ETF, looks like they're breaking out. I remember I was talking about this as a short. What was I saying though? It wasn't on the daily. It was somewhere. I thought it was going to be a short. Like you can look for a short somewhere around like 325 if it wicks and rejects. Would have got smoked. Would have got smoked. I mean, this is a choppy looking chart, so I wouldn't even touch that. I know I had talked about this at APD last week, and maybe again, like this is something from December, kind of holding this trend line, very similar to Lindy, and very similar in terms of the stock, and I mean the type of stock this is very similar in terms of their business. I mean, this is a trend line, just holding the 50. Looks like it's ready to curl down, but I mean this trend here is just really intact. Weekly, just grinding higher. I mean to break above 300 really gets this easily to 340. I think you gotta watch these. All right, VMC. Yeah, somewhat similar. CTVA holding the 50. First touch of the 50 since it kind of crossed. Had the golden cross. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, I guess it's the golden cross right here. I mean, kind of holding the 50, clear spot. I mean, clear spot to say, okay, after trend change, this is the first half of the 50. Well, trend changed here, but it's not above the 200 yet. But it did hold here, easy spot. I would check. You can check. Right here is your line in the sand. And say, all right, if it breaks here, I'm out. Risking $2 to capture all the way back up to 85. With a larger trend intact. Doesn't look bad. So those are definitely like almost 3 or 4 that doesn't look bad in this one right here. Like these three. So Lindy, um, CTBA, Newmont, and APDL. I mean, outside of just being below the moving average, because it hasn't really respected the moving averages anyway here. It's like I wouldn't even like be mindful of those. But the larger, like, be mindful more of the 50 here. The 50 is like the one that's gets kind of respected. Um, so, yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh, if it gets breaks back through the 20, maybe a go, because it breaks back through and it comes back and feels it. Oh. All right, let's keep it going. MLM, not the best, but let me find enough. Like, you don't gotta find fucking everything. This Dow was down crazy. There you go. Something else again, right? Trend change. 50 crossing the 200. First time it comes back into here. Right. This looks like a trend reversal, right? It's been beaten down for years. Hasn't been any new highs since 2022 so far that I'm checking. Right. So here bottoms out from COVID lows. It's trending higher. Um, Not a bad spot to just find out $2 risk. Not even that, right? Yeah, not even that. Not even a $2 risk. So if this gets brought up, right? Maybe you get in if you want to like and kind of anticipate the move almost. I mean, you get a better risk to reward. If you open up Monday somewhere in this candle, you're like, I'm just gonna put my stop underneath, you know, 34. Try to get back up to here. If you want to be like a swing trader. Um, STLD, this is an interesting one. I remember talking about this at like 90. Hey, you should just buy it. I mean, this is bottom left, upper right. I don't really see a setup here. I mean, it's just climbing higher. This is a stock I had. I sold all of it. I think like 160 is like my last. 160, 170 is like my last one. I had bought this back in June of last year. Sold out of that. Doesn't look bad, but don't really see a setup. And then PPG, don't really see anything there. All right. But we did find some stuff that in terms of materials don't look bad. All right. So materials don't look bad. What else we looking for? XLP. Some staples. I'm not buying that. This tan, man, not doing nothing. IGV trying to catch a bottom. Trying to maybe this is like a washout right here. A lot of people are playing like, well, clearly where it invalidates, wash them out, recover, they're mad. That's why I just hold. No stocks for long term. XLK, Jesus Christ. All right, IYR. Healthcare, interesting little flagging look right here. All right, financials to 200, still lagging. God damn, semis. Still moving. XAR, aerospace, something new I'm watching. What's in this? Rocket Labs in this? Well, that says a lot. What the fuck is this? RCAT, RWI. Alright, what's this? Think this is industrials. XLI should be industrials, right? Bingo, industrials. So materials and industrials, right? That's two things that's kind of standing out. So let's go check here real quick. We're going to look at some of these stocks, and we're probably going to call it here. No, I'll probably look at some stuff again later. I mean, what the fuck am I looking at in here? Alright, let me look at BRT. Check out Dare. I know this Power looks good. Maybe Cummins doesn't look bad too. Alright, let's go check these out real quick. See what we got here. Alright, that's off of XLI. Alright, so really quickly looking at some of those that's in there. BRT. Yeah, she's a goner. Deer. Check out Deer. I think, was I looking at Deer as a short? I think I talked about it as a short. Yep, I did. I didn't look at that. Oh, it's interesting. It did kind of check back from Friday. But, I mean, this is not nothing. It's making higher highs and higher lows. So again, it's still kind of holding this trend. I don't really see a clear setup. Yeah, I don't know. Can't really see it. I get concerned about this move down from February, and it does break. I think there's better stocks out there. Looked at GV. GV's 1,000 now. Damn. GE. All right, so you got GE, you got GV. I mean, these stocks don't look that great. Caterpillar. I know I had this marked out. New all-time highs. Don't really see anything. This already broke out. Cummins. I'm Cummins. It is breaking out. Doesn't look good. All right, so I mean, I guess that sector ETF looks good, but I don't really see anything that like interests me. So maybe there's like something else I'm missing. All right. So now we kind of get into some of those hot things, those things that have really been going crazy. NBIS new all-time highs. Probably backfill test back. I mean, you probably want to see if it can hold at the 9 or the 20 maybe. Or even back at this, this previous all-time. I wouldn't call it. No, this isn't an all-time high though, is it? Cause remember, this is like a stock. Something happened with this stock. God damn! What happened is it went higher. It had this nasty. That's what happened. I mean, this is crazy. Damn. Fuck me thinking about this. That makes sense why it keeps washing out, getting brought up, washing out, getting brought up. Yeah, powerful stock. BE, this thing right here is just absolutely a monster. Um, I think I mentioned. I said it looked like it's ready to break out. I say I can. I said like I don't know how you trade this. Like, I mean, cause like yeah, I don't know how you trade this. Like, cause like when you look at here, like I mean, I guess if you're looking at like a weekly, you can make some points here. Um, but you look in here. I mean, this is a base. Same thing like with the market almost. Market, trade side. I mean, this never checked back to its 200, which is good. It did kind of come back here and this previous swing pivot holds again, um, and then rips higher. And I think I had got some news. So I mean, you gotta respect price action, right? And price action is telling you this thing wants to continue to go higher or has went higher. Crazy to see how big of a move this has made. Like bloomed and boomed, like crazy. I remember back in the day when I was talking about this stock, and I was like, oh man, this is a zero, and it is not a fucking zero. I can tell you that. Um, I think I was saying it was like a zero back here or some shit. It was definitely like sometime. And like no, I think it was even before that. It was back here. I was like, this is a zero. I was just basing off like what I was understanding of their business, but clearly I was wrong on that. Um, all right, going here back to the daily chart. Yeah, I mean this is just a straight. I think I forgot the news it had GOG. I can see this kind of maybe backfilling a little bit. Um, has a $15 ATR, which is good. This is something you have to love to trade. I might need to get more into like trading Bloom. I trade the shit out of SNDK. I'll tell you that. That's my baby for now. Um, yeah, I think it's something you just got to continue to watch. Damn, even this doesn't fucking look like it's about to keep going. Might not even check back into these fucking numbers. That's yeah, I really look. I mean, I would rather come back, pull back, maybe to 175, 180s, somewhere in here, and kind of get brought up. But I think it's something you watch. All right. Corby, good news from them. Kind of broke out of this trend line. Again, this is something you don't want to chase. Want to look for maybe pull back somewhere you can get long. I think dips are definitely going to get bought on this move up. Um, I think people kind of like definitely feel like they're locked out and they're looking for that pullback. I was talking about this last week. This is as a potential short somewhere up in here. Um, I don't know why I had this. I have 40, 60, and I didn't take this, but like this is a crazy move up. It just said fuck all this that it was going through. Whatever this chop was, it didn't give a fuck. It blast right through that. Just crazy. I need to take all of this off my screen because I can't respect that. I thought it looked like a short right into the 200. I was like, man, this might be a short right underneath the 200, and it just said, fuck no, we're not going for it. And the reason like you're not even looking for it is like this Friday, and for it to just like blast through it, no resistance. No, you're not even considering that anymore. We already talked about AXTI, CDNS, this thing. I don't know what I had on this. I had like a stupid trend line. I felt like. Okay, yeah, I had this little trend line just drawn out. Broke out. Cipher mining, another one. This doesn't look bad. No big move. You might want to try to get a part of this. I'll level washout. Maybe you can get maybe into the 15s. APLD. I don't know why. I mean, I think this probably hurt a lot of people. A lot of people got hurt on this. I think I got hurt on this. I remember buying this. I think I bought this. It was one of these days I had bought. I forgot. And it washed out. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I think I bought this day. I think it was like this Friday. But like, you can't tell on the daily chart. But like, before it made this move, it washed out, broke back through the lows, and then got brought up. I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. Let's go back and see if we can find it. Where we at? Where I say? Where the fuck is it at? I said January, right? I think it was this day. Oh, hold on. Give me 5 minutes. Let me see. Is it here? It was this day. No, it wasn't that day. Then what fucking day was it? I can't remember. Maybe it was this day then. Maybe I bought this day. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, I think it probably was this day. I think I bought over. Yeah, I think it was this day. And I had this nasty ass wick, and it rode all the way back to the 20. Yeah, and then it started, and then it went back higher. Yeah, it was that day. Nasty. Um, so I think a lot of people have been hurt on this, but man, this I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4 days tight. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen on Monday, but I think it's just something you gotta be mindful of. I mean, the stock can move. Got an 8% ATR. Um, so yeah. Hut. I mean, this thing's it trades. Like, when I'll be looking at it, like I don't know, like it doesn't move the way I would expect it to move. Maybe if I go here to like a 5 minute, you could. Mm, Probably can't see it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have good insight on this chart or on this stock. It just doesn't. I don't know. I just don't pay much attention to it. Okay, hello. All right. I think we're getting there. All right. SNDK again. Here's your memory stocks. I mean, this thing's kind of doesn't look too bad. I mean, it looks like it's gonna go to 1,000. Honestly, MU. Come backfill, all time high. Hey, it still looks good. Not just going over that. WDC, STX, and all these are still all in the same spot. AAOI, another one. So really the main themes right now has been like fiber optics, memory stocks, some of those space stocks. I know that you're starting to see these quantum stocks. They're starting to catch a bit like INOQ. I think this theme went like nuclear. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, this went from looking like a bear flag, and this is why you gotta be mindful. Like, shit can look like something and totally do something totally different, and just comes back and checks back into the 200 that quickly. Um, I mean, it was beaten down. I guess at this point, like, what are you even looking at? Like, why are you looking at something beaten down that far? Saying, but yeah, I mean, these things are definitely repping. So you had some. So here's like my rocket stocks that I've been following. What time is it? 8:07. All right. Here's like your rocket stocks I've been following, or satellite space. A lot of these look good. Like they're already like just going right. You can just see it in the price action. Um, Rocket Labs. I played it this day. I played it on Thursday. Got a move. Got out. Yes, back. It's at 84. But the way I like to trade, I just like to take my money and move on. SATS. One of these got like Amazon's willing to buy them at 90, and there's like some arbitrage there. Like if they buy them at 90, it's like $80, a $10 arbitrage. And I remember doing that with it wasn't Electronic Arts, but who was the other one that got sold? And I think like Buffett owned it. I think it was Activision. I held that stock from like $60 back in the day. I was like, yo, Buffett and all, like, someone said they were going to buy it for like 90, and this thing's trading at 60. I'm like, I'm fucking buying it. And I bought it, and it took like a year because they had to go through some like FCC approval or some shit. It's talking about monopoly, whatever. It took a while, and it finally happened. I was like, yeah, there we go. All right, here's IRDM. I talked about this back here at 220, and this thing just went 100%. I said this looks good. Fuck. YSS. Somebody been talking about this. I mean, this is a big move since March. I mean, it's up a lot. Yeah, you can't just even look at. You need the week, like the weekly. I mean, this thing is just shot over IPO highs. I mean, I don't know how you really get back involved in this. Big move. Planet Lab looks good. I mean, still looks good. I mean, nothing's wrong with this. Now ASTS is an interesting one because like while all those are fucking doing this, ASTS is doing this. Like wake up. What's going on? Wake up. All right, now drones. Interesting thing about drones. I don't know what I think about this. I mean, AMPX is probably your best one out of this group. I feel like a lot of people have been trying to play RCAT, nasty. I still see this. RDW don't really just doesn't look bad. Shitty stock though. AVAV is like your biggest one in terms of like I guess market cap. Like they make drones. This thing just hasn't nasty day from here. I think this came from like their contract maybe being removed or rebid on. And then you got UMAC. I think this is one of those Kushner plays. I mean, this thing sold off from 20. I think it's going to have a hard time getting back there. But let me shut the fuck up because in this market, how shit V's, I don't fucking know. All right, outside of that, I don't think there's nothing to really talk about. We said, healthcare looked a little interesting. How it was kind of like just flagging a little bit. Remember on, I think it's XLV. Here's Humana. I don't know where I get this 208 spot at, but like I said, if I haven't marked, I haven't marked for a reason. Had to be a level that was previously support. I think it was United Healthcare. Yeah, UNH looks really good. I wouldn't say look really good, but I mean back above the 200. Hasn't been back above here for a while. Hasn't really had 3 days before gapping down off of earnings. And they got earnings coming up again, trying to do that same shit. So you gotta be mindful. This Tempest AI is one that I'm like, man, should we just buy this and put my stop below 40? Just try to see if I can get just be like a position trade. This thing was $100, and it is kind of like similar to, I wouldn't say similar to Tesla, but like it's broken as downtrend. I mean, shit, maybe you can just picture your stop below, this breakout. Just leave it in. Leave it in. Pause. Well, no, that's not pause. Well, depending on who you're talking to. Maybe, oh shit, do I want to draw a falling wedge? I mean, shit, this is a falling wedge. It's a falling wedge. You got to break out. Anything check back in here to 50 and holds, then you just put your stop under there and see if it works. That's my thought. Simple. But no, Grail, I don't know what you do with this. I mean, this is nasty from $100 down here. It just gaps down. And literally it's just been pretty much just trading sideways. Hasn't gotten out of his way. Yeah, there you go. It's trading sideways. So, when it's trading sideways, you kind of like don't do nothing with it. So that's where you got there. TMDX, really quickly, nothing. These bios. Moderna looks good still. Remember, I had sold those 65 calls for May. I sold those, and then I bought them back at the open for a good price. All right, last thing we'll talk about. Let's talk about some like Bitcoin, some Monsters back here. I don't, still away from it. Other thing is this hood went crazy. So the news about the whole getting rid of the PDT stuff is probably going to be really bullish for some of these broker stocks. So I wonder what IBRK did then, because this is a broker. Yeah, and this is fucking shooting off as well, making new all-time highs, it looks like. Yep, new all-time high. So like those broker stocks definitely did well. So where's Charles Schwab? I need to do better with putting these in a bucket. Where's Charles Schwab? Oh, here's Charles Schwab. Oh damn, Charles, fuck going on with you? You ain't getting no love there. But this, I think it was Webull as well. I'm in Webull. I grabbed some shares. This is more of a like, I think this is this. I bought it at like $5. Cause I was telling my boy, I was like, I think I wanted to buy it at $5. And when this was going on, I was like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do, but I ended up buying it around like $5.80 or so. Got a good price. I mean, this can be back at $10 and no one fucking bat a high. Outside of that, leave CAR alone. Stop trying to short it. There's no short here. This thing is fucking, damn, this shit is vertical. It hasn't even like stacked any gaps, and I don't think it will. I think the day that it rolls over, it's just gonna roll over, and it's like either you've been getting burnt this entire time, and then you finally catch the rollover, you're gonna praise yourself, and then you look at your P&L on that position overall, you're still down, or you just wait and try to catch the backside. Because like this right here is just fucking crazy. I mean, I think this move tops this move here. I mean, the move that it had here, I mean, yeah, it tops this move. This was more like a 1 day move. That was 1 day. It was just grinding up, right? Like even it tops this move. I mean, this move right here was, How many days was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This move here is just. What's this move? Hold on. I'm just finding out. I'm trying to see like tops this move. Like this right here. This is fucking crazy. I mean, this is better than GameStop. Like, GameStop move didn't even last this fucking long. I mean, this might be better than GameStop. I mean, let's go to GameStop. Never mind. Oh, what was GameStop? Damn, GameStop did it again. Oh, definitely better than GameStop. Well, I mean, GameStop didn't it hit like 400, 300 or something? All right, my kids are like upstairs doing some wild shit, so I'm about to get off for sure. Damn, this thing went almost 10,000%. Never mind, enough is better than GameStop. But in terms of like the number of days, like that's crazy. But yeah, I mean that's car free. I just don't see there's nothing here to like short. I mean it's just straight. All right, I gotta get off. The kids are stomping upstairs. All right, peace.